Hey, how's everyone doing? This is Oz with Oz Mechanics, and on today's video I got this 2024 Transit right behind me. So this is a FedEx vehicle right here, and the issue is that I got into a little fender bender. After that little fender bender, they did some repairs at the body shop, but it's never been the same after that. So how about in today's video we try to figure out the issue and give this vehicle back to the customer. Alright, so let's check out the codes right here. Let me let you know a little bit more about this. So this had a little fender bender on the front driver right here. So I'm going to show you a little bit ahead in the video where exactly it got hit at. And on top of that, they had some issues with some codes. And if we can go into this, I'll show you what codes we have. They couldn't fix it up. It's been from the body shop to another shop, and then they went to electrical specialist, and then from that it came to me. So how about we check out these codes, see what we have. All right, so these are the codes right here. So we have a P0201, that's going to be injector 1, cylinder 1 injector open. Then we have a P044D0, and that's a high circuit on the EGR as well. So these are basically just showing again. These are the same codes right here, and they did say that they had an airbag code. So if we go a little bit aside, you can see it stays on. But going into it, let's go to the airbag so you can see what we have. These are the airbag codes right here. So it says passenger seatbelt sensor, passenger side airbag deployment control. Everything's on the passenger side, but check this out. There's no seat here, so there's no seat belt, no nothing like that. That's not going to work right here, so we might have to just see if they can get the seat so we can get these codes off, so it's not going to be on there anymore. But right now what I want to focus on is I want to focus on the ECM codes that we have right there. Remember, it's going to be injector fault, and it's going to be EGR high. So there's an injector open and EGR high. Let's check out these codes right now. So let's go inside, and I want to read a little bit more about them. Because if I'm not mistaken, this is a 3.5, and the thing about this one, it has dual injection. So we have a port injection, and then we have a GDI. So remember, port injection is going to be kind of like on the intake, and that's going to spray the fuel right behind the valve, and the GDI is actually going to be right inside the actual cylinder. So this is a dual one. We got to figure out which one is the one that's bad, and which one is not getting the actual signal to it, and then from the EGR as well. But right now, before we go inside, let me go take you to the front of the vehicle where it got hit. I'm going to show you the affected area, and actually the PCM is right there. So can we have the issue there? Let's go see, and let's see what we find out. This is the area that got hit. As you can see, they did a pretty good repair, but then if we get a little bit closer, we can see some of the little gunk that they put on there. Someone else did a repair. Like I told you, it's been to other shops. If we zoom into that, that's a ground cable or a ground connector that they put right there. And I'm just kind of scared that something got hit in this area. And there's some of that little goo that they put on there. But yeah, this is the area that got hit, and they did the repairs there. We can actually see over here from the junkyard, and then as well over here got another piece from the junkyard. But they told me the affected area was on this side where the PCM is at, and a bunch of wires right here. But I want to look up the codes, see what they mean. I want to verify which injector it is. So let's go inside, let's see what we find out, and hopefully we can find something. P0201, and pretty much what I want to know, there you go, now we have it on our search. I just want to see which injector it is. All right, so here it goes. Cylinder 1 injection A circuit open. That's what we got from our code. Possible causes. As we can see right here, this is going to be our direct injection vehicle. So this is going to be the direct injection one. This is not going to be the port injection. So we're going to be looking at that right there. And we're going to see exactly what is going on right here. But like I said, it got hit right there on the side. I want to focus on that. So here, we got that right here. Now let's look into our other codes. And as well, this is our EGR sensor C circuit high, like it showed on the scan tool. And as well, we see an open right here. So what's the chances of it just damaging right there? Wire getting pulled or something like that. That's what we want to look at. So now what I want to do, I want to see the connection. I want to see a wiring diagram. So what we have right here, we have our fuel injectors, which are going to be our direct injection. And how do I know the difference? Is because each one right here, so let's just look at injector 4. We have it coming from the ECM, and then the other one as well as the ECM. Now we have our port fuel injectors right here. They're going to have a common wire. As you can see right there, they're going to have their common wire. So this is going to be our port fuel injection, and where that's going to go, bam, that goes to a fuse. All right, so that's what's powering it up. On the actual direct injection, we're getting that coming from the ECM. But what I want to look at right now, we got our injector 1 right here. All right, cool. So that is going to be on connector C1551E. See where that's at. All right, so that's going to be our connector right here. It's going to be the one with 126 pins. I believe the other ones have less pins. 151B. All right, here's one. So we zoom into that. We see that they only have 90 connectors compared to the other one that has 126. So here's the one that we're dealing with, 126. Let's go a little bit lower. This has 3 connectors, and then the other one as well should be 90. All right, so now let's go to the vehicle. As we can see, we have 3 connectors on there. One is 90, 126, and then 90. So I just want to go to there and see what we find out, see if we have any wires that are shaved or anything like that. So let's hit up the vehicle and see what we get. All right, so here are our connectors. We can see that this is smaller, the medium one is way bigger, and the other one is smaller too. Just want to disconnect this. I love how Ford does that. So 1 through 15, and then 76 through 90. So we know that's that connector, and then we just remove this one right here, 1 through 21, 106 to 126. So if I'm not mistaken, let me get my wiring diagram so we can see the injector 1 should be at. So we got our wiring diagram right here, and remember the top ones are going to be the GDI ones. So if we can see right here, injector 1, it is right there on number 2. I printed this out too, but you got 1, 2, and simple 1, 2. Well, we can do a drag test first. So let me get my AES Wave toolkit right here, and we're gonna check this out. All right, so we have our AES Wave toolkit right here, and we got our pin drag test little tools right here. So we're gonna be using this FLT1 1.2. Looks about right. So we got 1, and what we can do, we can just go ahead, go on 1. You can see there's a nice little drag. So we try to pull it, and we go to number 2, and there's nothing there. And that's why I wanted to pull this out, because I don't know if you can catch that. You can see metal right there, kind of shiny little look, and then look at number 2, there's nothing there. But if we turn this around, there is our green and blue. So if we look, see injector 1 right there, green and blue. So check this out, there's like a little kind of crimp right there. You can see that was probably pulled or something, but look, this kind of moves up or down. So what I want to do now is pop this open right here. All right. All right, so we can see our pin 1 and so on, and then if we look down here, there's some pins that are all the way down to the bottom. And as you can see, this one is not up there as well. So we got 1, 2, 3. Let's check that out. So we got pin 2 right here for injector, and then if we look at this other one that's right here, that 2 right there, and then 23. 23 is injector 1 return. And then the other one that we saw that was kind of off. What I'm going to do right now, I'm going to try to see what's going on. Seems like they've been pulled. I'm going to go ahead and cut this right here and put a little bit of slack, because I can see that right here, if I try to push this forward, it won't allow me. And I see another one right there, and that would be 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 11 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 32 DPF. All right, so we have a lot of them right here that are down, but I'm gonna make some slack here, and then I'm not gonna show that on camera. I'm just gonna cut this wiring right here and then try to push them all back together, clip this on. And they did tell me whenever they cleared the codes that they would just come right back on. So we're gonna see what happens once we clear these codes. And it does have a misfire cold idle, so let's see what we find out, and then I'm gonna show you the repair. Alright, so we're back right here, and this is what we have. What actually messed up, I don't know if we can zoom in right there. Right in there, you have little pins that hold the wires in place. They kind of clamp on right there on the corner. Clamp on right there, and that's what it doesn't allow it to go out. What I got out of this is when this was in the wreck, it pretty much pulled the wires and it broke some connectors in here. I think it was like 5 or 6 of them when I finished doing the depinning. Some of them just came right out. So that was the issue on that. The one that I got, the second-hand one, when I put it in, I would tug it to verify that everything was good. Let's go inside. Remember, the previous one, whenever they try to clear the code, it would pop right back up, and it was the injector code and the EGR code. And I did find out one of the wires was actually EGR. It was the DPF, whatever. I forgot the name of it, but on the wiring, on the actual paper, it showed that that was a part of the EGR. So let's go inside. Let's see what we find out. All right, so we're inside the vehicle right now, and let's just verify we still have the codes right here. All right, so there's the codes right there. All right, now the main moment of truth right here. This is what's gonna happen. But one thing that I want to do first, we're gonna turn this on. Just want to see if she misfires. All right. This feels a lot better. Now what we're just gonna do, we're gonna erase the codes. All right, let's engine on, key on, engine off. All right, and now let's go into read codes and let's see what we get. There you go. Look at that. No fault codes. Ha! Yes. All right, we got this fixed, man. I'm sorry if I kind of was a little bit too loud, but we got this fixed, and that's it, man. We just had to basically, we've dealt with this before on other videos. I'm gonna see if I can put some links down below, but we've dealt with this before. When you have a wreck, you got to look at the area that was affected, and we went straight to it and we saw that right there we had an issue with the connectors. And what the codes they showed us, open and high, so that was right there. I feel amazing right now. I feel like $1,000,000. As we can see, we don't have no more codes. When I did turn on the vehicle, it just felt a lot better. All right, hopefully I can get a contract from FedEx now. But there you go. If you do like this video, please put a big thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that little notification bell to get out brand new videos coming out from Oz Mechanics. Y'all take care. Y'all have a nice day.